And sexual predators have been removed from a Fort Lauderdale parking lot following a Local 10 News investigation. But where did they go? Police have cleared the lot, but the problem is far from gone.
And tonight we're asking the question no one seems to have an answer for. Where are they supposed to go? Local 10 News investigator Jeff Weinseer is back at that parking lot.
You have the right to remain silent or please answer questions.
Fort Lauderdale police sweeping the very same parking lot Local 10 first exposed back in June.
If you're not patronizing the business, you cannot be on this property.
It's the 2400 block of North Federal Highway. It's a shopping center parking lot where we discovered registered sex offenders and sexual predators released from prison and on probation are actually approved and ordered by the state to stay and live.
We observed a man sitting in his car for quite some period of time, just loitering. He is a registered transient sexual predator on probation. He was issued a trespass warning.
Hey, show me your hands. Get out of the car.
Police made one arrest. Fort Lauderdale police cleared that parking lot. The property owner doesn't want them there. But the Florida Department of Corrections approved this location, and that's because under Florida law, there are very few places these offenders can actually legally go.
They have nowhere to live, and we have nowhere to put them.
Jeff Feldman spent more than 30 years as a probation officer at the state and federal level.
This has been going on since 1997. It's evolved into all of these legislative changes that restrict residency.
Florida law restricts many registered sex offenders from living within 1,000 feet of a school, park, playground, and other places where children gather. Cities add even more restrictions like bus stops, even bus benches, and now public swimming pools and other public bathing facilities have been added to the list of places they cannot live near, shrinking their housing options even further.
You know, there is no place to send them. They say, well, where can I go? Well, your options are limited.
Vanessa Fernandez is a licensed mental health counselor who actually treats convicted sex offenders. She says this housing problem gets in the way of the very treatment designed to keep people from reoffending.
Instead, we're working on, stabilizing like basic life things, like where are you going to get a shower? How are you going to eat? Where can you keep food? It doesn't keep anybody safer. The community's not safer. Our families aren't safer.
And that's the paradox. Local police can clear the parking lot, but they can't clear away the residency restrictions that helped create this problem.
And as a probation officer, I would rather them live where I know they're living, where I can come check on them, or they're with a family member who's going to watch them, as opposed to go sleep in the parking lot. In Miami-Dade, it's just as bad.
The Florida Action Committee advocates for changes to sex offender laws. The group says local and state officials know there's a serious housing issue.
We have actually tried to even provide empirical data telling them that this is not public safety.
And now the Florida Action Committee is taking their argument to federal court, fighting some of the restrictions. In its lawsuit, the group cites state data showing as many as 34% of registered sex offenders in Miami-Dade and Broward counties are homeless or transient. Local 10 News contacted the governor's office, the Florida Department of Corrections, on a number of occasions. Not only didn't we get any answers, we didn't even get an acknowledgement. As far as the sex predators we discovered in this parking lot, they've simply been moved.
That area has now gotten some attention, so now you need to move to an area where there's not that attention. This is at a level where laws need to change.
The solution is to roll back some of this restrictive legislation.
Nobody wants to be responsible for doing that. No one wants to look soft on these types of issues.
One offender we talked to put it like this.
Hey, I might as well go back to prison because I'm not finna do this. I'm not finna stand out here, I'm soaking wet, this and that. I'm not finna do this.
Jeff Weinseer, Local 10 News.